CERN's in Switzerland. I don't know if you know about that whole thing. But supposedly, when they started that, if you know what that reactor is, it's a very scary thing. That's why I'm all the time reading about it. It scares me so bad. It's so far down underground because if anything were to ever go bad, they hope.
What is it?
It's the nuclear reactor thing. It's literally inside of it. It's literally causing a quasar, like a supernova inside of this thing, like a star collapse. Is what they're trying to recreate inside of this thing. They're trying to find a God particle, and that's what they think we have. Actually, this thing, it runs, right? And it literally, the best way that I can, and this ain't gonna make sense, but this is the only way that I can think to explain it to you without Googling it, is it's fired up, right? And it is, they're hoping, they say this ain't the truth, but this is literally, if you look at how this thing's built and what it's running, this is what it's doing. They say this ain't what they're doing, but this is what the fucking thing does, how you built it. It's literally the God particle, whatever it is that makes all this, and holds it together. That particle they're trying to find. The problem is they're trying to recreate the Big Bang this big. That's what they're trying to do, okay? They're trying to recreate the Big Bang and a spark to be able to figure out what started this. What bang was it? They believe the Big Bang started with, so they're trying to create that whole entire thing is like the size of this highway. Like, this machine is huge. It's underground. It's huge. It's monstrous. And it comes to a point of explosion where they're doing that at like this big. And when they fired it up, alright, this thing, in theory, when they fire this thing up, it should do something to, there goes Josh, it should do something to the, it should cause literally a Big Bang to happen. That's not good because that's how it created the world, right? Wow, they fired it up in 2012. They said there has been a lot of theories that claim in 2012 when they fired this thing up that they accidentally, it sounds impossible, but what they did when they fired that up was they fucked our whole reality up. We were on, if you would understand how time travel and stuff in life and everything, we were on a linear time scale, right? Like this. Well, in 2012 when they fired this thing up, we splintered off into a different, they messed up. I can't really explain it. There's plenty of theories on it. You can look on YouTube even and hear it explained better. But they splintered us off. How do I explain? Like time, right? Like 1920s, okay? When Hitler, that could have went two ways. When Hitler was in school, right? In art school. All they had to do was just say, hey, look, your painting is just as good as everybody else's, right? And that shit would have never happened, you know that? Yeah. But right then, at that point, there was 2 points of time, right? Then it gives me goosebumps because this is real shit, okay? You have to think, it gives me major goosebumps, man. But any time in history it has been like that, okay? Think about when they asked Pilate what to do with Jesus. There was two. And right then, time stood still. See, man, goddamn, I keep getting goosebumps. Right then, time stood still at a crossroads. He had to make a decision in that. You know what I mean? Now think about that decision. He didn't know that at the time. He didn't know that he was making that much. He didn't, you know what I mean? I mean, Jesus was just a man back then. To them people, they didn't know who he was or what he was because they didn't believe him. Right. But he had a choice to make when they asked Pilate what to do, He washed his hands of Jesus and gave it to the people. The choice was to either kill Jesus or let Barnabas go. And he was a murderer and a child rapist. He killed kids and murdered and raped them. Every village he went through, he was killing and raping children. And they let him go instead of Jesus and crucified Jesus. And it was Pilate that they asked, it was Pilate, up to Pilate to make the decision, Pontius Pilate. And he washed his hands literally in the water. That's where the washing my hands of this, that's where that whole saying comes from. I wash my hands of this, because that's what he said. He was washing his hands at that time. And he said, I wash my hands of this. I can't. Because he did not want to crucify Jesus, but he was too much of a pussy to say that. He had it. He was the one. I mean, the man had a 24-karat gold cuirass. It's a bronze, not gold, it's bronze chest piece. And I mean, we found his chest piece, I think, supposedly, and it has 2 tigers on it, inlaid with silver and bronze on top of gold leaf. It's covered in gold leaf, and it's 2 bronze lions, or 2 silver lions.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Pure silver lions right here, and it's gold in the middle and bronze around it. It's a Roman thing, like he put it on, right? That thing is badass. Now, granted, in today's time, if I hit that bitch with a hammer, I'd have collapsed his fucking ribs, because it was, soft metal. But back then, towards the sword, you know what I mean? You couldn't do much with it towards the sword. Anyway, he's the one that, but anyway, that right then at that moment, he had 2 directions he could have took the world. What if he wouldn't have crucified Jesus? What would have happened? Now, we know that it wasn't possible. There's no possible way that he would have ever saved Jesus. Now, there has to be. It has to be a world where that happens. I believe there's a whole nother world where it did happen.
Can you go back to what you were talking about?
But that's what I'm saying, though, is, just like with Hitler,
you were talking about our time.
Yes.
In 2012.
Right. When they fired that thing up, it could have done 2 things. It could have either, done what they were trying to get it to do and find the God particle, or inadvertently, accidentally find the God part, or, do what it wanted to do.
Right.
But also, fuck our whole time.
You motherfucker.
And split us into another existence. And that's what they did.
Oh.
That is what happened. I want to see it. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see.
Excuse me. You're not in the fucking drive-thru, dick.
Let's see. It's cool. I was talking earlier. Let's see. YouTube.
Yes, you were talking. I was listening. I was just saying.
CERN Collider accident of 2022. What?
What?
Yeah, see, this is everybody's reactions to it. Look, Joe Rogan's talking about it. He calls it demon technology. So is Elon Musk, says it's demonic technology. I believe that too. They fired it up for the 3rd time. They just announced another discovery. The government just shut down CERN after finding something terrifying happening. That's a lie. There's so many videos you can't just trust on this stuff. What do you want?
A drink.
Like what? Normal?
The same drink I get.
Can I get, yes, do you want a wrap? How many?
What?
I guess 3 wake up wraps, bacon, egg, and cheese. And, medium? 2 medium iced caramel crazes with extra sugar, please.
You said 2 medium iced caramel craze?
Yes.
Anything else?
That's it. Plus the wake up wraps, you got that, right?
And it was 3...
3 bacon, egg, and cheese wake up wraps, yeah.
Okay, anything else?
That's it.
Ready for them.
Thank you.
Now notice, when you get them, you're not going to have extra sugar because she wasn't paying attention.
I am.
She was laughing with that other lady. Did you hear him?
Let me see then.